today for the Bitcoin price with DaVinci J15. And once again, guys, I did not plan to make this video, but I was just sitting down here for tea with DaVinci, and he was telling me something. I couldn't believe it. DaVinci, you are saying if we are going above one specific level, which is extremely close within the next 5 hours, that potentially the bull market could be over or paused for quite some time right now, right? You are predicting some crazy movements towards the downside if this specific scenario comes into place. So we will be talking about if this will be actually happening, what price levels we have to look out for, how to trade it, and what we, because we have some opposing, how's it called?
Opposing views.
Opposing views on that, how we are predicting the Bitcoin price right now in the immediate short term. Make sure you watch this video until the very end. You sit down, you scroll down, and for this different video, I want to see some feedback here, guys. Smash up the like button to a new all-time high if you want more of these videos in the future. And of course, guys, the most important support is if you're going down below and you're sharing this video with among your friends. Whenever I see you guys sharing the video, wherever, I'm gonna give you a like. Thank you so much. And now I want to come to the most important question of today. DaVinci J15, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm in the pipe 5 by 5, man. You know what? Honestly, you guys got to be ready because we might be going on the Royal Express elevator to hell. Going down.
DaVinci, please, you're making the people scared. But of course, there's always like a scenario, right? Like there are always two scenarios. And right now you are saying this bearish, this apocalyptic scenario actually won with the Wyckoff accumulation schematic I was talking about way earlier, already 2 times in the last 2 weeks, is becoming more and more likely. And there we are like, there we are talking like about prices from like in the 30,000s, right?
Yes, unfortunately, yes. We're going to see 30,000 possibly.
So this is interesting for sure. I wanted to know, first of all, before we are going into this bullish scenario, which is still looming on the horizon, I wanted to know from you, DaVinci. There is a bullish scenario. I can talk about that. If you don't want to do it, I will talk about that. I wanted to know from you what has to happen within this weekly candle and also within the next week for this bearish scenario to come into place. I want to hear price targets, I want to hear movements, I want to hear a potential trading scenario.
Okay, well, first off, right, you can see that we're creating lower highs and high and lower lows, right? And so, and there's obviously a clear, if you look at the charts, there's a clear descending wedge, triangle.
Triangle, yeah.
And that's not bullish, right? Can you at least admit that?
And no, in a downtrend, a falling wedge is extremely bearish for Bitcoin.
Exactly.
And first of all, I was like, oh, maybe you can redraw it to a symmetrical triangle, but no. It wicked below, and yes, it is a falling wedge right now. As long as it's not broken, we are still inside. Slight probability to actually break towards the downside. The thing is, from a probability point of view, we are in a downtrend. It is a bearish pattern. So the likelihood is higher to break to the downside. Unfortunately, this coincides with a daily close soon, with a weekly close soon, and with us already hitting and kissing the 21-week EMA. So what will happen if we wick below, if we close below? And then I want to talk about that bullish scenario. And of course, we want to talk about how to trade this whole thing.
Well, first off, I was looking at when we came down really hard and we bounced and I missed the 21 EMA. I was like very upset, right? Remember that? And I wanted to get in. So I had what was called my Hail Mary trade. I was like, Hail Mary trade is like really scary because the market always comes screaming at you. Exactly. And you gotta like go, I'm gonna Hail Mary, Mother of God, to pray for our sinners from the end of time, as you're like taking the buy order at the 78.6.
For catching the falling knife.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
That's what I did, by the way. We'll talk about that later.
And then once we bounced from that, right? It didn't get filled, actually. It did not get filled.
Yeah.
And usually the Hail Mary trade does not give you a second chance. And once I got a second chance, because I left my buy orders open.
You were like, something is wrong here,
exactly,
right?
Yes, exactly. And I bounced really hard and really heavy. And as I was looking at the bounce, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
We're done, right? We're done. And so, yeah, we rolled over, but I did put a stop to break even at that point because I was thinking, okay, just in case I'm wrong, stop to break even, right? I'll walk away at even Steven, but I'm actually cleared out of my trade.
There is this 21-week EMA where both of us are actually looking at 46,300 US dollars approximately, and the previous week is actually at 46,000. So let's say we are closing below 46,000 this week. what are you expecting for Bitcoin? And please guys, stick with me until the very end, because you want to see the whole story to understand what is likely to happen here in the immediate short term.
Well, you know, I like to trade from a position of strength, right? So I don't like to trade the breakouts as much as everybody else does, right? So I'm looking for a bounce here at the current level that we're at, right? Once we bounce up and maybe retest the symmetrical the triangle as we coming down the trend line from the triangle. Once we retest the top of that, and you could do maybe buy the 61.8, 38.2 and add up. Start at the 38.2 because we've already bounced so many times, right? And start scaling in up. And then you would basically, if we were to create a higher high, you would have to walk away from that trade, that short trade. But if we don't create a higher high, right, we could roll over and we can see this thing dump all the way.
38?
The first stop target is $41,000.
Yeah. So what do I think is going to happen? And here I will not take any actions before we are not closing here the daily, which is also the weekly candle. I personally, I am in a trade, but I already scaled out half of this trade actually yesterday to hedge my bets, and because I have to agree, it looks less bullish than when we actually bounced from the 21-week EMA. So I wanted to hedge my bets. But now this remaining long position, I will keep in the market. It is 2.5 million US dollars right now. I am keeping this one open. The moment though we are closing below the 20-week EMA, I am going to take my chips from the table, Da Vinci, and I'm gonna join your side. As long as we are above, it is like 11 years history for Bitcoin. As long as we are closing above, I am staying in a bullish stance. I am staying in the narrative of a bull market. Once this changes, I will swap over to your side, definitely. But I know you are not taking premature actions also to definitely make that sure, to make that sure as well. We are not taking any premature actions here. We are waiting for the market to tell us what to do. However, I still think it's not time yet for this bear market, but we cannot buy anything from hope. Personally, I will be watching the next 5 hours, guys. I want to know, before we are going here, maybe into some price predictions also, leave down below, leave your favorite altcoins down below, and also leave down below, what do you think actually? Are we going to break out to the upside? Are we going to see that bounce from the 21-week EMA on the weekly, or do you think we are going to break down and reach these price targets of 41k and eventually even lower? Let me know down below. One more thing I wanted to say, Da Vinci, and recently we were talking about when is the bear market coming, right? And you were mentioning very correctly, of course, the actions of the Federal Reserve, and that as long, and I truly agree with you 100%, as long as they are continuing with the actions, like a big retracement for Bitcoin is very, very unlikely, and well, I don't see them stopping. What do you think about that? Do you think we can actually hit these price levels of like 33,000 or whatever measured move price targets from head and shoulders patterns we are having to the downside?
Well, the problem is the media is very, very powerful, right? And you can see in the media what they're doing. What are they doing? Well, they're saying that Bitcoin is basically dirty, and you know, you need to get like the clean Bitcoins. You have to get the energy efficient Bitcoins, and they're trying to downplay the value of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe that this is true, remember, right, in New York, right, how they defund the police, this is all through the media. Everything that you see, everything you believe is 100% through the media, and they're very powerful. And so this is actually helping to bring down the price and follow through the Wyckoff chart, and also because they have that as well to help support,
of course,
their thesis. They're pushing it to help push it in that direction, because remember, at any point in time Bitcoin could go to the US dollar. This is Bitcoin and kick it down the hole, right? Exactly. So they know that, right? And so, and you can see
it's the moment I'm waiting for.
You can see that happened already with, you know, the GameStop, the Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. At any point in time, if the kids want to, they could get crushed.
Yeah.
All those people who are all those corporations looking to buy Bitcoin on the cheap. Yeah. Right. They might have to FOMO in if the people will start to realize, hey, this is all a scam, right? That they're trying to do. They're trying to push the price down, and I don't see that happening, honestly.
Yep. Exactly. Interesting, man. Interesting. Let's wait for the weekly close and let's see what's going to happen there. I have one last word here of caution for you guys. If you are from Gen Z or you're watching that, just wanted to tell you guys, be a little bit careful on these meme coins. It's never promoting them or something, because I just know it's extremely dangerous. I'm holding myself more than 80% in Bitcoin. Might be sometimes boring in the short term, but I'm promising you, with the highest likelihood, in 5 or 10 years, we Bitcoiners, we are going to be the people laughing. And you want to be on the safe side or not? You want to copy what Michael Saylor is doing, or you want to copy what someone on Reddit is doing, right? I give you a hint, probably long term what Michael Saylor is doing is the right thing to do. Probably in the long term, the guy who was buying Bitcoin at $1 doing what he's doing is the right thing to do. Let me know what you think about that, guys. And with that being said, Da Vinci, do you have any last words to share before we are wrapping it up?
Always play from a position of strength and do not get wrecked.
Do not get wrecked, guys. Of course, guys, also go down below. Go to davinci15.com. You get access to the token, to Pandora's wallet and everything. Down below, I also have a bonus link. You get $4,520 accumulated in bonuses for free. Step number 1, click the link. Step number 2, make an account. Step number 3, deposit. Takes a minute and a half. And at the 22x leverage, you have $100,000 trade for free.
And join us in Monaco if you want by heading over to www.cryptogpyacht.com.
Exactly, guys, exactly. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one of MMCrypto. As always, guys, as always, bye-bye.